And we see a while ago the Clippers prepared for the task at hand. Thanks for joining us live for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke. A contest in the West. We'll see if the Los Angeles Clippers can deliver the goods here at home. A starting five for both teams brought to you by State Farm. One of the guys we'll be watching out for today, Chris Paul.
You know, we focus so much on Chris Paul's offensive abilities, but defensively, he's one of the best point guards in the NBA. Perennially at the top of the list in terms of most steals per game. Very strong for a guy who's maybe not as physically imposing as some of the other guards in the league.
Yeah, he is that. He is deceptively strong and has great anticipation, and if he does pilfer it from you, he knows exactly what to do, whether leading the break for a layup for somebody else or getting to the rim for his own basket. I mean, he can dish or switch. Pick your poison with him.
Now here's Paul. Paul gets a screen from Butler, and it's Paul penetrating. Shot denied. Jordan against Conley. Back to Randolph. Defended by Paul. Randolph dishes to Gasol. And it's out of bounds. The Grizzlies able to retain possession here. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Kevin, I had a chance to talk with head coach Lionel Hollins. I asked him if it's possible to maintain the belief that they can win this series. He said definitely. We know the odds are against us, but this is a one-game-at-a-time situation. We're going to play our hardest, try to win the game, and take it from there. We'll see how it turns out, guys.
All right, Doris, thanks. Phillips, no good. Now here is Conley.
Watch outside!
Allen kicks to Gasol. He passes it to Conley. Back to Gasol. Easy shot. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Gasol's got the opening bucket of the night here for the Grizzlies. Paul passes to Griffin. Fires from the wing. The Grizzlies pull it in. They want to put some distance between them and the loss on Monday.
Well, Clark, they really shot terribly from downtown in that one and eventually paid the price for it.
They sure did. I mean, sometimes you can make up for poor three-point shooting with a strong inside game, but theirs wasn't quite strong enough.
The Clippers have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Oh, that's blocked. Now Conley. He feeds it to Allen. Randolph, a screen on Butler. Allen dishes to Randolph. Over Griffin. Randolph's shot is good.
Sometimes folks forget about his decent mid-range jumper. He can knock those down all game given a chance.
And that concludes the first quarter of Grizzlies.
Western Conference.
Welcome back to Game 4 as we get ready to start things up again. What stands out to you from the Grizzlies in this one?
And the difference to this point has been defense. This club has really gotten after it, and that's what's gotten them this lead.
Well, there's nothing that's gone up that hasn't been contested so far.
Taking a look at the Grizzlies. Mike Conley and Tony Allen in the backcourt. Arthur out there with Tayshaun Prince. And it's Gasol in at the 5. Here's Prince. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Well, Prince is a small forward, but he's got a 6'9" frame and about a 7'2" wingspan. So an excellent defender. He can guard multiple positions, and at the offensive end of the court, you can run your offense through him too, because he's a good target and he can pass the ball as well.
And his defensive reputation, while it has waned somewhat over the years, he's still very good at that end of the floor with his length and mobility, and smart. He can block a few shots too if you're not careful.
And the Clippers making a change here. Paul's checked in. Quincy Pondexter, he's checked in for Memphis. Bayless comes in for Tony Allen. Crawford outside. Odom with the screen for Crawford. Back to Paul. Now the pass to Barnes. 5 on the clock. The Clippers need to get off a shot. And it's Paul missing. And the Grizzlies leading by 6. Here is Bayless over Crawford. The shot's good from Bayless.
Man, their offense is really cranked up in the second quarter.
Yeah, they've got it going now. Above 60% shooting for the night, and it's going to be tough to beat them when they shoot it like that.
Now here's Odom. Gets it to go.
Well, they had to take the lid off the hoop, I guess, but they finally get one to go there.
Yeah, a bit of an unsettled start. I mean, maybe that'll get them going.
It's Prince on the wing, guarded by Odom. Outside Conley. Conley off the pick from Arthur. Conley kicks to Arthur. And that one's good. Arthur's got his first points of the game.
Wouldn't surprise me at all to see them break this game open. They are absolutely lighting it up.
Well, it's like you used to be on occasion. When you got in that zone, you can't miss out there, and that's what they're doing. Every shot they put up seems to go in. And if I'm on the other side, I'm wondering what the heck is going on here.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Turiel. Griffin comes in for Lamar Odom. Caron Butler is checked in for Matt Barnes. Eric Bledsoe is subbed in for Chris Paul. Clippers trailed by 9.
Time running down now at the end of the quarter. They could go 2 for 1 if they decide to.
And I think that's what they need to do if the shot's there.
Crawford against Allen. Here's Butler. That's blocked. And they're able to recover. Just 2 to shoot.
Come on, man.
Sinks that one from the post. And the Grizzlies leading by 7. Conley kicks to Randall. That is good. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Crawford outside. No good on the buzzer beater. And we finished one half of basketball. Grizzlies lead by 9. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
What unbelievable postseason action we've got going on so far. This is 2K Sports as we get deeper into round 1 of the playoffs. Some good basketball for the Grizzlies. They're trying to fight off a sweep as they face potential elimination in Game 4 of this series. An overwhelming display of dominance. They're running the show. A productive first half for Zach Randolph. He's got 4 points, and he's helped out with some key rebounds as well. And battling nonstop, the Los Angeles Clippers. They've done a great job closing out their defensive possessions, grabbing boards, great rebounding. Caron Butler's their leading scorer. And what a game from Lamar Odom. That's all we've got here. Now, back to Kevin, Steve, Clark, and Doris for the second half.
And we're back to the action here in this round 1 matchup.
So far in the game for Randolph, 4 points, and he's still working hard for those rebounds.
Well, that's what he has to do. Solid effort on the glass can be the difference between winning and losing a lot of nights, guys.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. Setting the floor for the Clippers. In the front court, it's Caron Butler, Blake Griffin, and DeAndre Jordan. It's Chris Paul and Chauncey Billups at the 1 and the 2. Here's Paul. Following the basket by Marc Gasol. Griffin passes to Jordan. Can't hit from in close. And the Grizzlies leading by 11. Conley with it. Caron Butler covering. Conley against Butler. Conley dishes to Randolph. They double team Randolph. Pocket 6. And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That's his first foul. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Ronny Turioff, he's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Odom comes in for Blake Griffin. Matt Barnes is checked in for Caron Butler. And it's Crawford in for Chauncey Billups. Randolph can't hit.
So hard not to go for it when you see that chance at the alley-oop.
Bet he wishes he hadn't, though.
Crawford kicks to Turioff. The jump hook. The shot no good. And the Grizzlies going the other way now. Prince against Crawford. Now here's Prince. D right on him. Nice D from Crawford. Clippers trailed by 11. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Odom's shot. Good. And the Grizzlies with possession here.
Slowing it down here, smart. Play for the last shot of the quarter.
Yeah, I like that. I mean, dribble it down to 6 seconds or so and then go. That way you got a chance for a second shot if you miss.
Randolph, a screen on Crawford. Dishes it to Conley. Over Paul. And he beat the buzzer, but it's no good. The third quarter comes to a close. Grizzlies out in front of 9. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway.
First round of the Eastern Conference playoffs.
The Clippers shooting a disastrous 25% from the field so far. Taking a look at the Grizzlies. Mike Conley and Tony Allen in the backcourt. Marc Gasol is out there with Arthur. And it's Pondexter in at the 3-seat. A nice shot by Griffin.
Guys, that time he went for the fancy finish for us there, man. That was sweet.
And the Grizzlies leading by 7. Allen gets to Conley. Back to Allen. Passes to Gasol. He's against Jordan. It's a look. And it's Gasol getting it to go.
They continue to barrel their way inside, and when's the defense going to adjust?
Well, I'm asking the same question myself, partner. I mean, that's 8 points out of their last 10 coming inside.
Barnes passes to Crawford. Outside, Billups. Griffin sets the screen for Billups. 6 on the shot clock. Griffin's shot is off.
And they're struggling a little bit on the glass. They've got to pick up their physical play in the paint.
Yeah, it's about being tougher and more physical, just as you said, Steve. If they can do that better, they've got a chance to come back.
Here's Allen. And not a good shot for him. They can get better looks than that. And here are the Clippers now. 9-point game. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, you know, these calls can be some of the toughest in the game for the officials.
It all happened so fast, but I really think that was the right call. The defender was not really set in that situation.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Tony Turioff, he's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Odom comes in for Blake Griffin. Caron Butler is checked in for Matt Barnes. Eric Bledsoe is subbed in for Jamal Crawford.
At the line for your Clippers, Chauncey Billups. 2 shots.
It's the first that brings them within 8. For the Clippers, DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Turioff. Griffin comes in for Lamar Odom. And it's Paul in for Eric Bledsoe. So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Marc Gasol's checked in for Arthur. Prince comes in for Quincy Pondexter. Tony Allen's checked in for Roten. And it's Conley in for Jared Bayless. And so Billups nails both of them. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Allen dishes to Conley. Pass to Randolph. Outside for Gasol. Right side, Conley. Over Paul. Conley gets the bucket. And the Grizzlies lead by 9.
Looks like this one's over. They really played well tonight.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, we can take it out of the oven. This game is cooked.
You're not doing your team any good forcing a shot like that one.
You know, I agree. You've got to know better than that.
So it's Memphis picking up the win.
19.
Both teams played well, but these guys had the edge.
Yeah, I think so. They were just steak knife sharp. Very on top of their game here.
Well said. And that'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in to the NBA Western Conference quarterfinals here on 2K Sports. But as we go, let's take a look at the Jordan Player of the Game.